Okay, morning everybody, hope you're all okay. Well, the weather outside is not particularly very great today, and so what I thought I'd do is just do a little video from my studio. No, it's not my studio, my man cave, and just to show you sometimes, you know, when you go out with your camera, you know, take some pictures, you can kind of look through the back of the screen, oh, it looks all right, you know, get home on the computer and oh, it's not that special. But as the title of the video says, is there an image within an image? And the reason I say that is because sometimes, you know, there might be something within a picture you've taken that you might not have seen originally, and just by using the cropping tool you can, although you at the time you might have been disappointed, a bit kind of frustrated that you didn't get a decent image, there might still be an image there to be had. And yeah, like I said, just by using the cropping tool and just kind of closing in a little bit, you might find something else there. It might be a little bit arty, a bit minimalist. I won't use the word fine art, but then I just used it, so it doesn't matter, does it? Because that's a bit apparently controversial. Don't know why, but anyways it is. So anyways, yeah, we'll step into Lightroom, and then I'll just kind of give you a couple of examples of my images where you took the picture, you think okay, it looks all right, and you get back, not that great. Then when you look sort of more deeper into the image, there was something there at the end of the day. So yeah, come with me, we'll jump into Lightroom and see what we can find. Okay, so this is my first image. It's taken from a bridge across the local bypass, trying to get some light trails. And as you can see from the image, there's a lot going on one side and hardly anything going on the other side. And you know, it's an okay image, but to be honest, all the emphasis is on the right hand side here, because what happened was obviously a lorry came past, so you got all these high light trails as well as the normal headlights and tail lights, which to me obviously that's the image there. So obviously what I did was I used the crop tool and literally just cropped right in like that, about there, and to me that was the image. That's, you know, where all the detail was. There was nothing on the other side. That was it. And I'll just show you what the finished image looked like. Get rid of the crop tool and that. There we go. So that was that image. So, you know, like I say, you know, originally there was an image there, particularly wasn't special, but just by cropping in and picking out some detail of the image, you know, I think that's it's quite a nice image. Okay, here's another one, slightly different. This was taken from Blandford. You can see this on one of my earlier videos from Blandford. Again, you know, obviously the weir is the main subject, and just above it you've got all this shrubbery, and you've got the sky, and then below you've got all this foam in the left hand bottom corner here, and obviously the white of the wash where the weir's pouring into the river. And yes, it's an okay image, but it don't really do nothing for me. So what I did on this one, again, just went to the crop tool, literally just pulled it right down. I think it's probably about to the top of that post there, and just to get rid of a lot of that shrubbery, pulled it up to get rid of the foam. I think I'll have to check, pulled it to the right a bit just to get rid of that tree. And as you can see, you know, straight away, to me, you know, it makes the image a lot more interesting. You guys might disagree with me, but that's why it's all photography is speculative, I suppose, or not speculative, subjective. So, and then what I did then was just change it to black and white. And I think because it was quite a what's the word? It was quite a misty day, so there wasn't a lot of sun around. And if there was, these streaks in the weir there would have been blown out with the highlights. But I think personally that's come out quite nice. Okay, here's another image here taken from my flooded River Stour video. And obviously what you've got is the water pouring off from one field across the road into another field. And just slowed the shutter speed down to, what was it, a third of a second. So just kind of smoothed it out a little bit, but you've got these lovely streaks just in the bottom right hand corner here, and then you've got these kind of little wave effects just there in the centre. But again, looking at the image, it's an okay image. It kind of portrays what it is you're trying to capture, where the water's flowing from the road into the field. But again, it wasn't particularly that exciting. So what I did, again, just cropped it right down. Again, so this is all a little bit, I suppose you call it arty, minimal, I don't know, selective. And just cropped into this bit here, which then gave me an image like that. And I quite like that. You've still got the movement of the water. You can see there's the road, and you can see the water coming in on the bottom left hand corner there from the other fields. From an image that in a way was quite plain, this one's a little bit more minimal, I guess. Then more recently, this is from Winspit Quarry. Again, obviously trying to capture the movement of the sea hitting the rocks, and it's a nice image. Probably a little bit too much in the foreground, and maybe not enough in the background there. But you can see that it's the sea. It's quite a choppy day, and the sea's splashing up against the rocks there. But again, I was looking at this and I think, it's okay, but it's not really kind of floating the boat. So what I want to do is just concentrate on this bit here. So just got the crop tool again. I'll show you the finished image in a sec. So you've got some idea of what the end thing looks like. So it's just kind of cropping it down to try and get rid of a lot of that white. I think I went there and brought that down to about there, something like that. And then you just concentrate on this middle bit here where you can see the wave sort of giving, obviously you can see it's crashing against the stone. You've got the streaks of the waves there that gives it a little bit of action, a bit of motion. So you've still got a little bit of foreground interest. You've got the main interest, which is obviously the large rock, and you've got the sea hitting the rock. Again, I really like that picture. It's come out really well. Again, from an image that didn't look particularly that special, I think just by enhancing that using the crop tool has made it quite an interesting image. Again, this one was taken on the same day at Winspit Quarry. It's actually quite a nice image again. Because obviously if you watch the video, you heard me say I couldn't get down onto the rocks down here because it was so wet and slippy. It just wouldn't be worth it. I didn't fancy getting dragged out to sea or breaking a leg or anything, because it'd been a bit of a job getting home. And you don't get that many people down there. It's a really quiet spot, but it's lovely. But say this, as an image, this is okay. You've got a bit of foreground interest, you've got a mid-ground interest, you've got the waves swirling around and splashing against the rocks. And in the background, you've obviously got the cliffs, the rocks, the water going over the rocks there. And on the right-hand corner, you've got a bit of action where obviously the water's hit a rock and splashed up. And it's a nice image. But again, I was looking at it thinking, I think there's more to this image than meets the eye. And the more I looked at it, is the centre bit again. So you've got these 3 rocks here, 2, 3. So again, I just closed in on those, brought it right down. This is going to be a really tight crop, this. And then just brought that right over there like that. And with that. So that's what I'm concentrating on, this bit here. And then the final image came out like that. Just get rid of that crop tool. And again, you know, it's to me that's a nice image. It shows, you can see it's the sea, you've got some rocks, and you've got a lot of action going on in and around the rocks. And yeah, again, I like that. It's a little bit minimal, a bit arty. Yeah, so I hope you kind of enjoyed that little trip into some of my images where, like I say, you've gone out, you've had a bit of an expectation of what you want to get, you've set up the composition, you've taken the photo, you've looked on the back of the screen, thought, yeah, it looks all right. You get back onto the big screen, thought, actually, ain't that special. But just by looking a little bit closer and just by using that crop tool, you can crop in a bit and perhaps draw something out of the image which you might not have originally seen. If nothing else, a little bit of fun, you know, something to do on a wet day. Anyways, yeah, I'll leave it there. So hope you enjoyed the video, and you know, thanks again for watching. Thanks for listening. Take care of yourselves, and I'll speak to you soon. Cheers. Bye.